Hey you guys! I wanted to do a little video on the difference between being present or being in presence, the difference between those two, and what that means for right action and alleviating anxiety in any given moment. But before we talk about that, oh look at my hair, it's crazy. Before we talk about that, I got a new singing bowl yesterday. It's a little bitty one. It's so cute. Look at it. So I wanted to start off by creating some vibrations for you guys to listen to. A little bit of singing from the bowl, and then I will go into that topic of present and presence. You ready? I just love that. Don't y'all? Like, it's like the most, I don't know, it's just a relaxing sound. So, the difference between being present and having presence, or being in presence with someone or something or just a day, is it's an easy concept, but maybe not fully grasped. So I'm going to give you some examples and try to explain it in the easiest way possible. So being present. So what does being present mean? Being present means being physically in the room. And I know that we use present a lot. You see that word written, or people say, you're just not being present. You need to be present and be here right now. So there's even a step further than that, right? So being present can be like, I'm here, I showed up, I'm sitting with you, and I'm present with you. Maybe I'm making pretty good eye contact, and I feel like I'm there, and I'm coming in and out of thinking about what else I gotta do for the day, but then also tuning back in to like our conversation, or maybe even this video. So you may be present here for this video, but maybe you're distracted by some other things that are going on, so you're present. So being present is good, it's great, but there is a step further, or something that goes a little deeper than present, okay? So there is presence. So being in presence with someone is being connected. It's being engaged in, it doesn't necessarily mean words. So it can look like that. It can look like being engaged in a conversation, really feeling and thinking about what they're communicating to you. But it's not really thinking about what they're saying as it's going through the brain, right? The brain hears words and it hears sounds, and then we base a reaction on that. But being in presence with someone is hearing what they're not saying. Does that make sense? It's feeling and being in presence with the tone of where they're at, what they're feeling. It's not the words themselves. It's not engaging in the conversation with words necessarily. It's engaging with them on a different level. So being present doesn't even mean like a communication necessarily. It's not listening to what someone's saying so that you can respond appropriately. It's just it's an engagement with someone, or it can be with animals. Being in presence of animals, you're not using words, you're just using vibrations, you're using energy that's connecting you. So presence is something that just goes a little deeper than being present with someone. And I love that, because when I practice being in presence, so using more of my wordlessness, not using my words, not using the part of my brain that processes words, but using the other part of myself that is being in presence with someone, then They feel more deeply connected. I feel more deeply connected. But the beautiful thing that happens is that a word for it can be called right action. I can't really think of another word right now for it, but it could be flow. But right action, a metaphor that I've heard another person say that kind of bundles all this together is, if you see someone, so if you're in a crowded situation, so you're in a crowd and someone in the crowd is having a heart attack, or there's some kind of emergency situation, all of those people that are witnessing that are present, right? They're present when this hypothetical emergency situation is happening. And so they're present, everybody's present. But if someone in the crowd has presence in the situation, then it's going to take fewer steps to do what needs to be done. So people that are being present when this emergency situation has happened, maybe reacting, they're going, oh my God, what do we do? They're horrified, they're processing, they're trying to figure it out. But somebody in presence has the right action to go, assess, call for help. And y'all know who this is. Like, if you've ever been in an emergency situation, they're those people that can call upon that presence, who aren't reacting in a way that are their reactions are the right action. Does that make sense? Like, they're the right action. So they're not reacting like, oh my God, like freaking out, having high emotions and, disoriented and whatever. A person in presence is going directly to what needs to take place. So going in, problem solving with as few steps as possible. So that's kind of an extreme example, I guess, of right action. But the point of it is that when you're in presence at work, with friends, with family, at home, there's actually fewer steps that need to take place to get things done. So an example of that would be in presence with a friend who maybe is talking to you about something stressful that's going on in their life. So, you may be present with them, listening to them, maybe even helping problem solve their problems or whatever's going on. But being in presence with them looks different. So being in presence with that friend that has an issue, that has something that they're discussing with you, when you're in presence with them, it's amazing, because it's like you get this information from your inner being, your intuition, your gut, and you're holding space for them in a way that all of a sudden you know the right thing to say, or their vision of what they need to do next, or the vision of what they truly need to hear in that moment comes out. And that is the most helpful thing that you could see, say, or do for that friend, because you were in presence. So what I want to encourage you guys to do is just maybe journal about that and decide for yourself what that looks like in your life, in your relationships, at work, and how maybe that could take off some anxiety, some stress, some unnecessary actions that are causing you unnecessary stress, that's just causing you just unnecessary things. How can we cut through the BS and get to that presence in our lives, that presence with our people, with our kids, with our coworkers, with our family members, with our jobs, and guys, with yourself. That's what this whole inner voice work that I'm working on, I'm excited to sit down with you guys in sessions and group sessions and show you how to do this and show you how to practice this in your life, so that you can manifest abundance and just joy and just overall well-being that you didn't realize was possible, because you just didn't have the exercise, you know? What you don't know, you don't know. So I encourage you guys to journal and really explore the differences between present and being in presence and what that looks like holding space for yourself and the people that you love. Thank you guys. Share this video. I'm hoping to make more on different subjects. If there's something that you would like to see, something that you would like to explore, I would be happy to explore that with you and even make a video on it. Y'all enjoy your Sunday.